Good evening, Yarnies, Dirty Hookers, and Fiber Fiends. How is everybody today on this, at least here where I am, this really, really nice Saturday evening? Um, how is everybody? What's everybody been doing? Witchy Weaver got first. Congratulations. And speaking of which, I'm going to give Witchy Weaver a shout out. She is on the affiliate grind. So everybody go and give her a follow. She crochets, she diamond paints. That's all I've seen Witchy Weaver do on stream that I can remember. I know she does a bunch of different other things, but it's usually diamond painting or crocheting. In the land of Twitch, a channel so quite rich, Witchy Weaver's the name with a crafty stitch. With a hook and some yarn and spells in their charm, they'll weave and they'll conjure through day and through night. Diamonds and candles are shiny and bright. Okay, my reading of it with the rhymes wasn't syncing up, but that's my fault. Their broadcasts are few, their magic's still true, so come chill and be merry, no need to tarry. For crafts with a twist, it's witchy you'll miss. So yes, they are on the affiliate grind. Go and give them a follow. Let's get their numbers up so they can get all the buttons and the redeems and all the fun stuff that a lot of us affiliates have. Um, okay, nope, that's fine with you, Weaver. That's totally fine. Um, I don't really have any announcements today. Yeah. Besides the fact, starting Wednesday, uh, you would think I would have this already prepared. Come on. Where's the event thingy? Wednesday is going to be the start of Supreme Doom 56's Craft and Draft Raid Train, the fifth one that they've had. It's going to start off at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Supreme is going to start it off, and it's going to go through until I think 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Yeah, so everybody has 2 hours. That day, there's only 3 people on that portion of the raid train, but all different fun, great streamers are going to be part of it. There's I almost said 400. No, Crafty Cop, there's not going to be 400 streamers. I'm getting choked up there. There's going to be 41 streamers. I'm going to rattle off some names that you might be familiar with, or at least I'm familiar with. Supreme Doom, Yadarika, let's see, Traveling Tatter, Inventor Evan, Crafty Lady 2019. Welcome in, Raiders. How was your stream? How was it going? What were you working on? I was lurking in your stream, so I kind of have an idea of what you were doing. Um, Welcome in. If you're new here to my stream, I am the Crafty Cub, mostly fiber arts. We do other, well, actually only fiber arts. I don't think I've done, well, no, early on I did other stuff. Anyway, mostly crochet. That's what I should have said. All different fun things. So welcome in, and you pronounce your name Innes or Inns. I know you from Bray's stream. And welcome in, Cleansy. Innie's raid is upon you. Hide your yarn, as we'll take it. You're not taking my yarn. I might give you some yarn if you ask nicely, but don't go and take my yarn. Um, Again, how was your stream? Thanks for the lurk. I've seen some of your pictures, and they're just very cool. And I've seen some of yours. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, when I popped into your stream and lurked into your stream earlier, you were working on crocheted donuts. I think that's what you were doing. Um, if you have any pictures you want to post, links are open, like if you have an Instagram or whatever. If you want a link to my Discord, I can give it to you. I have to send it to you in a whisper. But I would definitely be glad. Definitely words. I will be glad to give that to you. um, all the donuts, yes. Working on some donuts, yes. Yum, yum, yum. Well, not the type you can eat. Unless, and that segues, unless you're Moth, and he would eat those donuts because it's fiber, wool. Did I? Yes, I did take a nap. How can you tell? How can you tell, Bray? Words are hard. Words are hard even if I'm not streaming. Um, so yeah, and welcome in, Bray. Let me give you a shout out. Give you a shout out. That was a lot of granny squares. That was a lot of granny squares. So, oh, welcome in, Raiders. How was your stream? What were you doing, Dragon Rider Cat? Welcome in. That was a double raid. Uh, what were you doing? I want to know all the details. NS, if you need to raid and run, I totally get that. Like I said, if you want the link to my Discord to share anything that you're working on, or if you want to post your Instagram link, feel free to do that. Same thing, Dragon Rider Cat. Um, Love to see what you were doing. Let's catch up with chat. Wow, I haven't even started tonight, and I've already have um, double raid. Oh, the old lady that was dancing, that is Granny Karen Cakes Marino. She is, she guest stars, every other Thursday, usually on my stream. She's not going to be here this month. She might come back in June. She teaches us and shows us, um, some vintage crochet pieces from back when she was younger. Let me catch up with chat. Sound is much different. Yeah, it all depends on the settings. Granny Shake for squares. Yes, well, hey, Granny Squares, Granny Karen, it makes sense. For your Granny Square blanket, we love a Granny Square blanket. We love the Granny Square. We love squares and any type of square. Dragon Riders are raiding. Woohoo! No, I'm going to say a little just to clean up first. All right, yeah, definitely. Thank you for the lurk. Um, Enjoy your lurk. You were crocheting a cherry blossom dragon. Ooh. If you have pictures of that one that you want to share, links are open, or like I said, I can get you the um, Discord link if you're not part of my Discord already. Already. Words. But yes, welcome in everybody. Like I said, I am the Crafty Cub, mostly crochet. We do a lot of fiber arts here. I'm just getting things started. And before I got the raids, I was letting everyone know, starting this coming Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, um, there's going to be a raid train event, and I'm going to be part of it. It's going to be Supreme Doom 56's fifth Craft and Draft Raid Train. If you click on that link, it'll give you all the information of who's going to be in what time slot. It will also adjust it to your time zone. So you don't have to go through and do all the math and figure that all out. It does it all for you. And Cleansing is going to be part of that raid train as well. It's going to be my second raid train that I've ever been a part of. Beginning of April, I was part of the Traveling Tatters International Tatting Day raid train. So this will be my first raid train that I'm going to be doing crocheting on. Like I said, we're going to go over a few of the names that you may be familiar with. At least are the ones that I'm familiar with. I don't know everybody that's part of the raid train. I want to, if I'm around, if I'm able to lurk or to be in a lot of those, I'm going to ride the train through all of it, if I'm able to. Uh, so I want to meet some of these new streamers that I'm not familiar with. But like I said, off the top of my head, the ones that I'm familiar with is Supreme Doom, obviously. Yadarika, the Traveling Tatter, Inventor Evan, Crafty Lady 2019. I recognize some of these names, but I don't really know what they do. Vixen 1027. Oh, look, the next one after Vixen is the Crafty Cub. The Crafty Cub. Hijinks, Sky By Queen, Lady Cricket Bug, just right, Magic and Comic, Cleansey, Positively Crafty, Good Two Shoes will be a part of it, Mass Bandit. So it's going to last from Wednesday till Monday. It's not going to be overnight, Western Hemisphere times. So it will have a start and a stop each day. So if you are around and want some really good content, that is the place to be. I'm excited too, Cleansey. I'm very excited. Oh, we've got a link from Dragon Rider Cat. Oh, wow. Okay, all right. This is what they were working on stream tonight. Let me get the... You said this is a dragon? All right, let's move this. I'm assuming I can show this on stream. I'm sorry. I should have asked. I mean... So, this is the dragon that they're working on. Very, very cool. Very nice. Is this from... I'm assuming... I mean, it's a pattern, obviously. But is this like a free pattern, a paid pattern? I'm just kind of curious. And you wanted the link to the Discord. I'm going to have to send it to you in a whisper, so give me 1 second. There, I sent the I sent you in a whisper the link to the Discord. It's a paid pattern. Let me send the link. If you want, you can post that link in the chat. And there you go. There we are. I'm not going to show this on screen. Actually, I can do this because it's this is the Etsy listing. So this is not where Dragon Rider Cat got. It's not theirs, but this is just on the listing. These are really cool looking. These are, it would help if I would move the thing. It's on sale for 6 dragons. 6 patterns for $17.80. That's US currency. That's not bad. Let's take a look at what they have, and we'll go back to Dragon Rider Cat's piece. That's all ready for winter. I like how the horns looks like they're covered with the hat in this one. Oh, wow. Oh, look at the egg and the tails. These are really, really cool. Fire and ice. That's what I would call these. And we got one for Halloween. Oh, I like this this detailing that they have there between the I don't know what you call that part of the wing. I like the spines, the ribbing. I like that, the stitching. And the cute little pumpkins on the hat. Very fun. Okay, let's go back to your dragon. Which one are you doing? I can kind of let me just look through the. I'm assuming by the pose, you might be doing the. You might be doing this one here. Oh, I think it's. Oh, you did say cherry blossom. I think it's called the membrane of the wing. Oh yes, yeah. Um, cherry blossom one. Yes, that is the one that Dragon Rider Cat is doing. That's gonna turn out great. I can't wait to see some updates of your progress. Thank you for sharing. Oh, and there is from NS, or is it NS or INS? Um, they are lovely dragons. They are very lovely. Doing the body in a pale pastel rainbow instead of, I like that. I usually change up the color of what from what the pattern says. This is from INS or NS. I think it's INS. The reindeer. This is name is and this is fine. Okay. Um, this is what they were working on stream. The reindeer was finished last stream. The Santa finished this stream, and Snowman and Green Thingy in progress. A green thingy? Is that a technical term? A green thingy. But look at these cute little holiday donuts. They're so cute and fun. Very cool. I like the reindeer. I like the reindeer. Oh, you don't know the English. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Is it garland? Garland is usually like the it's like draped and swagged. It's like usually made out of evergreen, and it's like it's a long piece that you can drape over things. That's usually oh, wreath. Oh, wreath. Yes, wreath. WR spelling wreath. Okay. Yeah, but that's close to garland. Yes. But really cute. Let me catch up. Dragon Yarder Cat said the yarn I have is discontinued, and I'm like, what to use it for? And this pattern came up. Yes, I do that a lot too. I do that a lot. Yeah, is this a ghost or a snowman? Yeah, okay, that's why you don't know the word. Nope, that's fine. That's totally fine. So, cute little donut. I like how they're donuts and they're also like either people or animals or Christmas themed. Oh, Christmas themed to be a snowman. Yes, that's what I was thinking. Very cool. Hey there, Llama. Welcome in. How are you? So, thank you for the shares. And I'm going to sneeze. Let me see if I can do this real quick. Hold on 1 second. Hopefully, you didn't hear me sneeze, because I don't want to be that rude. I was able to shut it off that time. All right, let's move this out of the way. Let's move you away. Come on. One moment. You didn't hear it? Okay, good. I'm glad the mute thing worked on the software. You're existing? Is everything okay, Llama? But yes, thank you for blessing me when I sneezed. And again, if anybody needs to raid and run or to lurk, go ahead and do that. So, talked about the raid train. We did the shares. I think that's it. Tire from traveling. Yes. That sometimes just travel, just like after traveling, you need a vacation from your vacation. Tired, oh, cleansy. Tired is a mood. Tired is the mood that I've had for 40 some years. I'm not going to give out I don't care if I give out my age. Yeah, I'm always tired. Didn't sleep too much last night. Yeah, it's that adjustment. Getting back from being on a trip and getting back into your normal routine. It takes some time to adjust and recalibrate. All right, I'm gonna move this scene. Okay. It is Saturday, and Saturdays here on the stream, we do Project Linus. Project Linus, if anybody doesn't know, is a nonprofit in the US, Canada, and the UK. It might be in other countries. They accept handmade, brand new blankets, um, different types of material, crochet, knitted, quilting, a couple other types. And it is for children up to the age of 18 that are in need, seriously ill, homeless, traumatized, etc. So it is a good cause. Browsing the internet while pondering what the hell am I going to wear for your niece's graduation next month. Oh, I think I remember you saying something about that in somebody's stream, maybe Tatter's stream. But hopefully they're going to have a really good graduation, and I'm certain that you'll find something that will work for you. So what am I working on? I'm working on a blanket, obviously. This is a design off the top of my own head. I'm not following a written pattern. This is just a solid granny square. Just it's a solid granny. That's what it's called. It's not a granny square. It's a specific granny square. Instead of open holes, you're stitching into each stitch. You stitch into each stitch. The corners, you do, well, when you start, you do a chain, and then you stitch into, and I'm doing rectangular, so I did a series of chains, stitched into each chain, and then when I got here, I did a chain, and then in that same, a chain one, and then in the same chain that I worked and did another double crochet, and then I did another, well, I did actually 3, and then I did a chain. It's actually a chain 2, sorry. The corners are chain 2. And then you do chain 2, and then you work in all the way around, and you continue that. So every space has got, the corners are 2 doubles, 2 chains, 2 doubles, and then all the other ones you just do a double into every double. So it's kind of, yes, it is kind of freehand, but there is an actual pattern. Well, guideline of a pattern on how to do it. It's not that difficult. It's not a complicated thing. And the reason I'm doing this, I've got a bunch of, hey there, Lazarla, how are you? Welcome in. The reason I'm doing this is because I have a bunch of this white yarn, well, different shades of white, that I got from Project Linus. Our local chapter had a lot of yarn back in the fall that they needed out of their storage area, and so they were letting volunteers or anybody who donates to raid their stash, and so I got a bunch, and I decided what I'm going to do with this. I'm not making a baby blanket. This was going to be for probably an older kid, probably like, I'm assuming anywhere between like maybe 7 to 12 ish. That's kind of just the idea. I mean, whoever gets this, but it's not going to be a tiny baby blanket. It's not going to be huge for a much older kid, like a 17 or 18-year-old. So that's kind of what I'm going for. And let me just do a slip stitch. What I will be doing, I don't make a mess. Right. I've got yarn flying everywhere. Improvising is fun until you're making socks and need to make a second one to look the. I haven't done that yet. I haven't made the socks. I've got that one that it's been over a year. That's we're not talking about that. Mainly because I need to get it out and I need to try it on and I need to figure out how many more rows I need to do so it'll fit my fat foot. But, so I'm going to make this one big blank canvas, literally like a canvas. And I'm going to take this eyelash yarn, this novelty yarn. That was popular a while ago. I mean, I think some places still make it, but not as it isn't as popular as it was about 20 years ago. This is like all the rage back then. So I've got a little bit of all different colors. Not only here there's some, but I've got in my stash of my novelty yarn. Not enough to really make anything. So what? Like to make a full project. I did make a blanket one time out of all of this and a thin baby yarn. If you ever see Clay Miko in the chat, ask her about that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. I might pair it up with a thin yarn of a similar color. And I'm going to crochet in the round different shapes. So circles, triangles, squares, whatever. And then just make small little shapes. And then applique them on the blanket to have a pop of color. Looks like a nightmare. It is, okay, if this is a nightmare to work with by itself, if you match it up with another yarn, it's not as bad. I would match it up with like a thinner, maybe like a size 3, a weight of 2 or a weight of 3 yarn. The frilly yarn, you wouldn't take on that quest. Actually, it's not that difficult. And if you want, I can do a little mock-up. Obviously, I wouldn't use this yarn. But you can use a thicker yarn. So I can show you real quick. And I would match up the colors. Or I wouldn't use white with this. You could use a contrasting color. Let me move that out of the way. And all of my regulars know that I'm known for this, putting things to the side and picking up something else. And that is what my stream is about. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. You know what? The yellow, that's not yellow, that's orange. Earlier today, Bray didn't know her numbers, and I don't know my colors. Kind of like using it as a makeshift core. Yes. Mainly because it's really thin. It's a thin yarn, which I'm okay with using thin yarns, but it's also like a polyester or something. It's very slippery. So that's where the challenge is. But if I match it up, hey there, Fairy Dust, Karen Cake, Latte Cakes is a frilly yarn. Yes, it's not as, and I think I might have one here, or maybe I don't. The Karen Cakes, no, those are North American. I don't think Ennis is in North America. I'm not certain. But the Karen Cakes isn't as slick. It's a different type material. It's not slick like this. Back to school to prove to Dad I'm not a fool. Wait, I'm lost. Just got used to the velvet. I have furry yarn as I got a present. I don't dare to take it out. I also don't know what I should make out of it. Oh, the velvet, the chenille yarn. I didn't know. I'm not a fan of a chenille blanket type yarn. Evening all your dirty, nasty, filthy, trashy hookers. That's us. Oh, you said, oh, yes, I didn't know my colors. Yes. A line for Billy Madison. I've only ever seen that movie once or twice. Sorry. All right, I'm just going to demonstrate on how that I can use this. So I'm going to double them up together. Again, keep in mind, I would use a complementary yarn or one that's going to work better. I wouldn't necessarily use this orange. And you ignore all of the eyelashes. Ignore that, you just ignore them. They're going to go wherever they want to go. So you don't got to make certain that they're all fluffed up. No, you don't got to do that. Find your lack of useless pop culture knowledge disturbing. I know a lot of stuff like, um, well, that was the 90s. Um, a lot from the 80s. I know stuff from the 90s too. Again, I'm not a big Adam Sandler fan. Some of his stuff is funny. I did have his one album. I know you're kidding. I know you're kidding. So you're gonna work it up like this. Obviously, maybe you could use the white, and then you're just gonna ignore it. You're gonna go and uh, I'm just gonna do a row. Actually, I'll do a row, and then I will come back and I will do something in the round. So you're gonna ignore the fact that it has eyelashes, and you're gonna ignore the fact that it's two strands. Uh, that one was a spin of a Star Wars quote. I, I'm not a big Star Wars fan either. Now, if you were quoting 9 to 5, we watched 9 to 5 last night. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Not because I just watched it, but yeah. Fragrant Tomatoes. Yeah. Not a huge Adam Sandler fan. Happy Gilmore and Big Daddy to the extent. Yeah. Okay, we are not listening to Donny Osmond. All right, so I just did a row. I'm gonna just do another row just to show what it will look like when I go to make these. Again, I'm not using the white. And with an eyelash yarn or a novelty yarn, I wouldn't do any um, Donny Osmond is better than Cardi B. Mm. Um, when I'm using a novelty yarn like this, I would not do a complicated stitch. I wouldn't do anything that has a texture in it because the focal point of this yarn is the yarn and not the stitch. Makes it much easier, but best with a matching color. Yes, best with a matching color. So again, I'm forgetting that it has hairs and that it is a separate yarn. I would not recommend doing this if you are a new or a novice crocheter. This is a little more experienced because it can be frustrating. Muppet yarn, yes. As I was saying, I mentioned earlier that one time I made a blanket. Yes, a blanket with it was actually, it wasn't this color, but it was this yarn. This is Lion Brand Fun Fur. I could identify this line of yarn at like miles away, but it was more of a muted rainbow color. It was really pretty. Clay Miko. We all know Clay Miko. It's going back when this type of yarn was popular. I worked at Michael's at the time, by the way, so I did have. Well, I wasn't her hookup. Used my discount. She wanted a blanket, and she loved this yarn. And I told her I need to use a thinner yarn. Well, I found a thin white, and it was more of a pastel rainbow. I don't have any here. I might have some packed away. And I told her I need something to go with it, just like this, but it was a much thinner. It was like a maybe a weight of 2, but I want to say a 3. So it was a very thin yarn. So I was making it and making it. Well, they don't have a lot of yardage on a skein, and they came in like little skeins, like they were this size. That's literally this. That's how the size. It was probably the same weight, not this brand. What is the weight of this? Well, the physical weight. 50 grams, 1.75 ounces. So it was probably a little heavier because this is a heavier yarn. So I was doing it. She would buy like 10 at a time. 10 at a time. And each one, normal price was like, I want to say $5. I ran out. And I kept running out. And she kept buying more and more. And it was like a throw blanket. But this is a heavy yarn by itself. It got too heavy to use as a blanket. I was crocheting with it. It was on my lap. And it was like I was getting a workout just sitting there. Not my hands, but my legs because of the weight. She ended up using it as a rug. And it looked like somebody took a Muppet and skinned it. It was very soft and pretty. Never again. One time I made a 5-foot long throw blanket with Bernat blanket yarn. And about a foot of it was dedicated to Bernat's multi-texture. That's 5 times 1 feet of bubble, fuzzy acrylic, and fabric yarn. It's definitely a harrowing experience. Yeah, I could see that. Again, this is just a little sample. I'm going to do one more row. But this, the white yarn, it's a regular worsted weight. Common yarn. Whatever you pair it with is going to give it some body. But the fun fur gives it the fun texture. So it's not difficult to do. Frogging it out can be a pain because the hairs will snag. And if you do frog this out, even if you don't frog it out, even if you make something with this, you are going to run the risk of some of these little furs and hairs coming off. That's another reason why when I make this blanket, it's not going to be good for a really young child because of it can shed. Don't remember much of it. Thankfully, my brain's trying to plot that out. Cub has this crazy idea that one day he'll make... No. That's your idea. Fairy Dust wants me to make... It's his idea. Wants me to make a king-size blanket in finger-eight weight yarn and only slip stitches. Another news, you got your mouse project done. Very cool. Very. Hey there, Black Rose. What blanket I'm making? I'm going. Well, give me 1 second. I was just demonstrating how to use eyelash yarn or novelty yarn. See, we've got some shedding. That yarn will shed. Not as much as a chenille or a velvety yarn. Those shed like well, depending on the brand, they shed like crazy. Let me move this out of the way. Oh, actually, keep it out because I can show you what I'm doing. This is for, hey there, just a curious brain cell. Nobody's ever late. There is no, you don't have to punch in or punch out. You're not getting graded. It's not like you're going to be marked tardy. I am making this. It's a solid grainy rectangle. Just going to be a big blanket. It's all in white. And then I'm going to take this and a bunch of different colors of this novelty yarn and make shapes out of it. And after I make the shapes, they're flat little shapes, and I'm going to applique them wherever on the blanket. Oh, before I get further along into this, I've got some show and tell. Wizard is never late. They arrive precisely when they intend to. Exactly. Started crocheting only using slip stitches and no more than most. How painful, both figuratively and literally. Yes. No. Slip stitches are great in moderation. Like when you need to join a round. Or for an effect of a small little like making a picot. That's great. But a whole thing in slip, no. But yeah, the idea, I got this was I got some of this novelty yarn from Project Linus. Plus, I had a lot of my own. I'm like, I can't make a full project out of it. And I'm like, oh, that's an accent. I can use those as a color pop against a white background. Um, before we do this, some show and tell of my own. We will get to Discord um, after our ad break, but I want to show my first show and tell. I've shown this in some on other streams. Um, Thursday after I streamed, got off stream and I was doing post stream stuff, and I was hanging out with some of my other friends on a video chat, and I made this. And if anybody wants this link, I made a mushroom pin cushion. It called for DK weight yarn. I didn't have DK. I only had worsted. So mine came out a little larger, which is fine, because you can see I have lots of needles and pins. And this isn't even regular straight pins. This is just my needles of all different types, my T-pins, and my safety pins. I've got straight pins on a different pin cushion. What I'm gonna probably do at some point is take all of the needles and pins out, and I will add the white little dots, like you see the fairy tale. I mean, they're actually are mushrooms that look like that, but I'll add the little white dots on top with some embroidery. So, and this is weighted. This is weighted. Let me catch up. I'm enjoying the banter between. Yeah, well, there's always banter. Love mushrooms. So it was a mushroom cinema, but yeah, Pinhead from Hellraiser. Somebody, I don't know which Discord it was. Was it Pix's Discord? I posted it. And Notewood comes into my channel, and he posted a meme of Pinhead, and I was like, yeah, well, I can raise hell sometimes. So this is an easy pattern to do. I would recommend this as a beginner Amy. And speaking of slip stitches, joining the red and the white, that's all slip stitches around. There's 56. I can handle 56 slip stitches in a round. I don't want to have tons of them. But, where was I say? Oh, this is weighted. It wanted me to put sand or rice in the bottom, and I'm like, I don't have any access to that. Well, we have rice, but I could put it in something so it didn't come through the stitches. But I had and have, and if Sly Lady Wolf was here, the other day we saw. Oh, these are kind of little. Anyway, these are little glass cabochons. They're flat on one side. These are sold in like the floral department at the craft store, and it's to put in like a glass container, a glass vase, to put your fake flowers in. You can do real ones, I guess. So I had a bunch of these, and that is what is in the bottom of this. So, and then the top is I stuffed with polyfill stuffing. So that was my cute little mushroom. If anybody wants this, I will post this pattern. It's a free pattern. I'll post this in the Discord if I haven't already. I got it off of Ravelry. This is a Ravelry pattern. Just put it in a Ziploc bag. They're super durable. Yes. Yes. Or to play Mancala. Yes. 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 You probably don't want to do the Aaron Hart's throw. Then several rows of slip. Really? Yeah, no. That's all you. That's all you. Heard there was an event coming up for Oh, there's an event for mushrooms? On Twitch? Wait a minute. What did I do? Oh. I must have hit a button because the song skipped. Anyway. My arm did reach across the keyboard. Sorry about that. Also, one other thing I want to show some show and tell. Somebody was nice enough to get a book for me. Was totally surprised. This was on my Amazon wish list. They didn't get it from the wish list, but anyway. You know that I have wanting to, and I actually started to learn how to do bobbin lace. Well, somebody got me, and there's a glare because it's a glossy cover. Somebody got me a book um, on basically how to form stitches in bobbin lace. Bobbin lace is a totally different art form. It's related to, it's closer related to weaving, and maybe sometime, not tonight, at some time, and I think we've done it before. Um, we can watch a clip or a YouTube video of people doing bobbing lace. These are just diagrams, but I'm going to show some examples. They have some pictures in here, examples of bobbin lace. So there's some bobbin lace. It's how traditionally lace was made before machinery and mass production. And it's a different technique than tatting. So tatting makes lace, but so does bobbin lace. So you can do really cool things like that. At some point, I want to get really good at it. I only know like that. I'm no, oh maybe. I think I might be able to do something like that. That's a little simpler, possibly. But and that's a cool looking piece. So I got a new book. All right, where were we? Let's zoom out a little bit. So what is everybody working on? What is everyone doing? I was running my mouth. Yeah, it's really, really surprised to see that come today. Closest thing to bobbin lace I've done is yes, yes, it is. It is related to macrame. Actually, I mean they're all related. Just because I've dabbled in all of them, I would say tatting, mainly because how the stitches are formed. I don't want this song. Mainly because how the stitches are formed, tatting is a little closer to macrame, and bobbin lace is closer to weaving. Just finished my Michael Jackson. Yeah, I streamed till 3 a.m. Wow. Wow. Witchy Weaver was doing a diamond painting of Michael Jackson. If you haven't yet and want to post it in my Discord, would love to see that. Got it sealed and the extra jewels put away and clean up your desk. Woohoo! Witchy Weaver has a finish. Also, everybody go and follow Witchy Weaver. They are on the affiliate grind. They are, I think, one of the only ones that I know of right now. I could be wrong, but the only one I'm aware of right now that is on the track for affiliate. Recently got Edge of Human to affiliate about a month or two ago. Maybe it's been about a month and a half, 2 months. We got the Catatonic Divas to affiliate. So we are making we're making things happen here. I'm not the only one that has done that, but we are making it so people have access to buttons and widgets and emotes and that type of thing. I did attempt to mow, but it started raining, then it stopped raining. I tried to mow again, it started raining. Fairy Dust, you're always in the hunt to mow. It's like a battle. It's a battle with sometimes you win the battle, sometimes you lose the battle. Yeah, it's a little overcast. Well, it's also getting darker. Um, I was out early this morning, gardening. I potted up. I didn't take any pictures yet. I'll have to do that tomorrow. I have to go out and move some of the flower pots. But I potted up 12 flower pots today, mostly of existing plants. Some of them also I put seeds in. because I want a mixture of different things, and still have at least, well, I know there's at least 2 pots that I still have to put seeds in. And there's a couple other ones I might pot up too, or actually plant the seeds. Plus, there's other stuff that has to be potted, but those, they go on our front porch. They don't go out in the yard. Wasn't meant to be. I often have to make frequent breaks from crocheting flat pieces because my thumb is always the only finger gripping the piece. This problem is less apparent in amigurumi because I can use my back finger more. Do you have any tips on how to hold your piece when working flat? Everybody does it differently. I'm snoozing that ad. Basically, your thumb hurts so much only after 15 minutes. Okay. Frequent breaks, and stretching. And not just breaks and stretching. Like, do breaks, and like, don't do a lot of movement, but then also move it. Don't just do this. Don't do what the Crafty Cub does. Crochets and then does this and then goes back to it. Take some time where you're letting your muscles rest after you stretch. That could help. Hold my piece with my thumb and middle finger. Okay, me too. I think my thumb just grips so tight. Yeah. If you see here, this is the way I do it. I hold it with my thumb and actually sometimes all my other remaining fingers. And I don't have a death grip on it. So yeah, you think your thumb holds too tight. Yeah. So I'm just holding it there because you don't even have to have it tight. You don't have to have tension on this. You just need some support. My thumb is just there because it's connected to my hand. My thumb doesn't really do much of it. And also, another thing is, I'm working on a desk. Most people, they're not always working at a desk. So the desk is holding most of the weight, or my lap is holding it. So my thumb is just there because it's my thumb. But it's mainly my middle finger, and I put my middle finger, never mind, we're not going to go there with the middle fingers. It's just there, and it's behind where I'm going to put the hook. So my hook is going to go in and go against my middle finger. It's not really... And then, yeah, okay, I take that back. My thumb is involved because it's gently pinching, and I don't know if you notice, when I do this, I'm taking my working hand, the yarn with the working hand, and I'm actually moving it this way. So it's more of a wrist movement, I guess, for me. But each person does it differently, so maybe try that out. But breaks and idle time during breaks. And then and if it gets really bad, there are different types of like creams or whatever, like, not to name brands. I mean, I don't care if I name brands. Bengay, Icy Hot, that type of thing. I wouldn't use that while you're working on a piece, obviously, because you don't want your piece to smell like that. Another thing is compression gloves. They make them for crafters, but you can get them at your like drugstore or whatever, and that can help with some people. It's hard to put down when I'm on a roll. I might not pick it up for a week. Yeah. I think I'm just pinching all the time when I'm crocheting, and it leads to amount of pain. Yes. Oh, I've been there before. That I would do the same thing, that I would pinch and hold it really tight. And we're talking about crochet. Get your mind out of the gutters. I'm quashing that before anybody says anything. It's just something you're going to have to practice and change it up slightly as you go. I'll have to give this a try. It's a major reason I don't crochet. Yes. And like I said, breaks, stretches, all that stuff. My mind actually hasn't submitted to someone on the gutter yet. Yet. Yeah, give it time. So that's all I'm doing is I'm making a big rectangle. This is kind of a boring thing to watch. There's nothing exciting. There's no bright colors. But I appreciate everybody here that is hanging out with me, and if you're working on a piece along with me, that's great too. I like the co-working thing. And I promise, I think we're gonna have an ad coming up soon. Yeah, we have an ad starting in a minute. Um, I promise this blanket is not going to take as long as Aiden's Radiating Diamonds blanket did. There's not really counting. The only counting I have to do here is in the corners, and it's the same for every corner. But we were, I think the chat and banter is why most of us show up, and the camaraderie. Yes, yes. And I mean, if this isn't the case, that's fine too. But hopefully, maybe the teaching part. Gonna have to leave me. It's getting pretty late. Nice to see you. Yeah, definitely. Thank you for the raid, and you have a good evening. I'm glad that you brought your community here, and I will probably see you next time in probably in Bray's stream because I know you're on Bray's stream often. We're gonna have a ad starting like really soon. It's gonna be for 3 minutes. Take that time to take breaks and stretch. The Crafty Cup isn't going to do that because I'm a rebel. Hey there, Woodcraft by Owen. Well, now Eurovision is over. I guess it's back to Twitch. Oh yeah, I heard something about that Eurovision. Yeah, I don't follow Eurovision. I mean, I know what it is, but I didn't know it was over. But how are you, Woodcraft by Owen? We are we're at we're at ad now, so if you can't answer, coordinate the market. Ah, that sucks. Oh, you got turbo. Okay. Well, sorry that you had a poor day at the market. I'll wait until um, ads are over, and I'll let everybody know what you do. I've been in your stream a few times, and I've seen your website, your web store. You make really cool looking things. Weather was amazing. First really nice day this year, so I guess everyone's enjoying. Yes, yes. That that will cause it. Nobody wants to be cooped up, and they don't want to. They want to go out and enjoy the nice weather. Really first nice day, and at a weekend. Ah, yeah, that too. People are able to get out and about and enjoy the weather. Where I am, it's the weather has gotten a lot better. The past few weeks. I mean, for a while there was really hot, even for us. It was almost like summer temperatures. But it has cooled off. It is much cooler. It's much cooler today. Got to remember that. Hi there, Shipwreck. How are you? You forgot how long it is. No, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry at all. Welcome back, everybody, from the break. You were at break and we're not expecting the hamster dance. Well, welcome. I'm gonna say if there was any concern about the length, it would cost more than 1,000. Yes, yes. Gonna do your groceries. We'll be back before the song ends. How are you, Shipwreck? Or are you still out going getting your groceries? The song is over. All right, that was fun. Where was I? I was going to say something. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to shout out Woodcraft by Owen. Okay, I guess somebody was rude. If you're not following Woodcraft by Evan, he makes, I mean, not Evan, Owen. Um, they make some really, really cool pieces. I know you've made like pens. and handles. Maybe also not just the handles for crochet hooks. I've seen them in their what do they call it? Their store. Don't tell Gary about that one. Gary probably already knows about that one. Yes, go and check out Woodcraft by Owen. I haven't been in their stream in a while, but they make really nice things. Just got new crochet hooks, set parts in yesterday, so more of them on the way. Very, very nice. Very nice. I might have to save up some and purchase one from you. I had my eye on some of them a while ago, and it's like, but yes, welcome in. And I don't know if anybody had noticed. Woodcraft at Owen had a market today, and they said it wasn't sales weren't that successful because the weather was was pretty nice where they are. Oh, we can bring back the music, the other music. Oh, we're back from break. Okay. Shipwreck had me all confused because of the hamster. We were going to do Discord shares because normally that's what we do. After we go to break, we go and do look at the Discord. We saw that. Actually, no, we didn't see that one. All right. Fairy Dust, you mentioned his name and he shows up. How are you, Gary? Welcome in. How are you? What's going on? Are you staying safe with any like weather out where you are? I know you've had some storms out there recently. We're getting ready to. You're watching Easy Rain. Is the watching part easy or is the rain easy? But actually, it's the wrong day. It's Saturday. That has to be tomorrow. Easy like Sunday morning. Sorry. Bad joke. All right. Rain. Oh, the rain is easy. Okay. Okay. Um, this we're doing some Discord shares right now. This is from Retro Gamer. They have been knitting up this amigurumi. It's supposed to be Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito. It's going to be making a few of them, and there's a convention that they hide a bunch of different things, I guess, and people have to find them. And I think they might make like 4 or 5 of these little Danny DeVito amigurumis. They're really cute looking so far. So we've got it looks mostly done. I mean, obviously he has to add on the facial features and whatever else that's going to be put on it. You're watching Storms in PA at the moment. Ah, but you're not in PA. I hope. Oh well, if you are in PA, that means you're closer to me, and I'm scared. Um, so that is from Retro Gamer. This is from Carrots Knits, who also streams. I don't even know how to show all of this or how to even knit on it safely. Ah, ah. I'm not a Doctor Who fan, but I can identify this as a Doctor Who scarf that they are working on because all the different colors and as long as it is. So that is what Carrots Knits is doing, and that is knitting. I mean, the name is Carrots Knits. They don't crochet. I think they tried to crochet once or twice, and it just wasn't for them. So uh, that is from Carrots Knits. You know you're getting older when dinner and your bedtime are getting closer to. I saw that, Gary. You posted that meme in my Discord. I saw that. Yes, that is true. That is very true. That you're getting older when when your dinner and your bedtime are closer together. This is from Good Two Shoes. Hey there, Linda. Welcome in. This is from Goody Two Shoes. They do a lot of diamond painting on their stream. They're going to be part of the raid train next week. So they've got a cute little. I'm assuming this is it. Wait, is this a shark or an orca? I want to say an orca because of the black and the white. I think. I think that is what that's supposed to be. That's from Goody Two Shoes. Let me catch up. We're supposed to be getting the Northern Lights again tonight. Oh yeah, I heard about the Northern Lights, and it's like extending further south. I didn't even know about it until like earlier today. And I saw people posting in Discords about it. I don't know if it's going to be down as far south as where I am, and even if so, there's so much light pollution where I live. Probably wouldn't be able to see much of it. Plus, my neighborhood is covered in trees, so watching PA storms. One is trying to drop a tornado. No, no. Let's hope they don't. Um, hopefully there's no tornadoes. Looks like a great white. Yeah, it could be a great white. I kind of see that with the snout or the whatever they call that end, the front end. Yeah, that could be a great white. I have pics last night. Oh, very cool. Lived in Alaska. They were so bright. Yeah. Alaska, normally you'd be able to see them. Meant to be able to see them here, but no sign of them that I can see. People in Kentucky are seeing them, so it's possible. Oh, okay. I'll have to keep an eye out, literally, um, and see if I can see it. Do I have to? Do I? I mean, I'm assuming. Would I have to look in a northerly direction, or maybe? I went to look last night and didn't see anything. Apparently, people are picking them up on their phone cameras and not the naked eye. Okay. I did. I did last night. My camera and put it on night mode. Okay. Well, you know what? Is it like at a certain time? Is it like early in the evening? I'm assuming it'd be anytime during the night because it's a solar storm. I'm surprised because I have seen them in Alaska and didn't need any super camera. Yeah, Alaska's a further more northern latitude, so that's probably why. Because usually they don't reach lower latitudes. Yeah, I'll have to have to look into that. I'll have to check it out. Make certain. Maybe after stream, saw them out your airplane window. Oh, well, yeah. You would definitely be in the midst of it if you're in an airplane. You could get a really good view of it. I mean, obviously they're not to that low, but parents said they could tell it was pinkish outside even without camera. So I guess it depends. Yeah, it depends on where you are and light and your level of latitude and your light pollution and tornado warning in Union City, Pennsylvania. Oh, hope everybody's safe that's up there. I'm not certain where Union City is. But yeah, I'll have to check out the Northern Lights. So this is from Goody Two Shoes. Let's see. We've got this is from Cleansey. They were working on this. I think they started yesterday or the day before. No, they're working on it today. I think. This is going to be a jumper or a sweater. This is knitting. Look at all of these cables and all of these stitches. I wanna be able to do this with knitting. I want to be this good. Cleansey is going to be one of my mentors for knitting. I've determined he doesn't know that yet, but I want to get to this level. Isn't this nice? And I love this color of yarn. This is like I would call this like a barn red, like a weathered red. Definitely better seen from the ground because you'll see more colors. Oh, in the sky they're only green. Oh. That would be a comfy sweater. Oh my god. And yes. And then we got this is a different picture of from Cleansey. And I think this looks like it's from the bottom up. This looks like, yeah, this is the waistband. Or the, not, yeah, the hem, the bottom hem, not the waistband. The bottom hem, and it's from bottom up. So that is from Cleansey. We saw this a little while ago when they rated in. The color change, the lower in the atmosphere. Oh, I did not know that, Witchy Weaver. This is from In's stream. They were working on these little Christmas themed donut amigurumi. Reindeer, snowman, Santa, and this is going to be a wreath. Got some fun there. This is from Vivi. Worked more on parts of my model train layout. Yes, they are doing a model train layout. We saw previous progress on this the other day, and we watched the videos. I showed a video of a place that was in my region, and then I think we saw some clips that Vivi had sent from the one where they are. So we've got this mountain with the train tunnel and the trestle, and the level of detail and the time that would go into this, it's amazing. And this is another from Vivi. Oh, we got the little train car sitting there. Or a wagon. Maybe this is more, yeah, maybe this is a wagon. Yeah, that would be a wagon. That's from Vivi. This is from Lazarla. Finally done. About to send it off to my friend. Oh, I remember you working on this. This is a crocheted version of a of somebody's, I think somebody's logo or their avatar. It turned out great. And then this is the reference picture for that anime that we just saw. Seeing it only makes me realize that I could have done better, but I think it's the natural for artists. Really hope. Yeah, I really like that. It looks great. Of course, we always want to pick apart our own creations. We're not us makers and crafters and artists are always critical of our own work. This is from Witchy Weaver. This is a finish. This is the Michael Jackson diamond painting piece. No, you're welcome, Lazarla. This is the diamond painting piece that Witchy Weaver finished. And you said this has already been is sealed, and your extra diamonds or drills are put away. So you really are finished with this. I see what you did there. The Michael Jackson laugh. No, this looks really, really good. This image was taken before it was sealed. Gotcha. Very, very cool. Um, you added whiskers. Yes, I like the whiskers on it. I like that. A lot of time, you added them during the Discord share. You was rushing. No, don't rush. Don't rush. Even if I'm not sharing Discord, even if we've already done it the first time, at any time, if I'm on, well, anytime you can post in there. But if I'm still on and you post something in there, just let me know, and I can bring it up again. It's not like a set time. That's the only time we're going to go to Discord. Do that at any time during the stream. But yes, I like the whiskers. The details often will make a piece. So, and I think that's all we have there. Let's see what is in general. Okay. I like the button eyes too. I like to use buttons for eyes a lot. Well, I haven't lately, but I like that idea. I've never used them for Amis, but um, for other things, it'd be a good thing. Um, Getting rain. I guess it kind of looks like it. I don't know. My my monitor on my camera doesn't face the window. Believe it or not, even behind my my monitor. I mean, there's the vertical part of the desk, but behind that wall, there is no window on that wall. Looks like a ragdoll look. Uh, yeah, you like the ragdoll look? Yes, I like that look to it. But thank you everybody who has shared. And again, if anybody wants to share anything in the Discord, just let me know that you put it over there because I'm not always looking at it, even though it's on a monitor here to the side. I don't always know that it's there because I've got so many other screens. There's so much going on. Storm is northwest of you. Um, Southwestern Pittsburgh, golf ball hail moving east. I'm looking in relation to where I okay. Okay. Yeah, Pittsburgh, I mean, as storms go, it's relatively close, but driving, that's a bit of a drive. That's quite a bit, a few hours. I would say 4.5, 5 hours, roughly. I mean, there's different ways to go. But I can definitely tell that storms were going to be coming because it was so nice today. Like the temperature was in like, I think the high was like in the mid 60s. So I'm like, okay, it's getting cooler, and then front was definitely going to be coming through. Which actually it wasn't warm. It was nice and cool. It was perfect, and that is why I chose today to pot up a bunch of plants because when it gets hotter than that, when it gets up in the like even the 70s, I sweat. Well, I sweat all the time. Not that everybody needs to know that, but yeah, even just sitting in a chair, potting up some flowers in a flower pot, miserable. Temperature tends to rise. Yes, but this was kind of like the cold front. The low was coming through, I guess. Again, I'm not a weather expert. All I know, it was nice, and I will have to take pictures tomorrow. I have to move the flower pot. Oh, I've already gone around once. That went quick. Um, I have to move the flower pots to different parts of the yard tomorrow, and I will take pictures of what I have potted up. Plus, I've got a couple other things that still have to be done, but those are a lot easier to do. But if there is a tornado anywhere or bad storms anywhere, hopefully everyone is safe. Don't mess with Mother Nature. Sorry. I am a fan of the Carpenters, so I do bob my head. So, what is everyone else working on that didn't post in the Discord? If you happen to be working on something, that is a good song. We've only just begun. Top of the world. Working on another Michael's Meyer. Yes, I saw that. I saw that piece, Linda. That one was kind of cool. It was cool and creepy. Speaking of cool and creepy, I have been working more on that eyeball piece. So you're working on another one for an order. Very nice. I have to catch myself to singing along. The music is a bit low for me to hear, but when I was in junior high, we performed a Carpenter's meddling choir, so I know some of their stuff. Oh, it's too low? Well, now that the song ended, that was Top of the World. What song's gonna be next? I don't know what it's my 70s list. Oh, okay. It's my 70s playlist. Let me know if everyone can hear it when it starts playing. Yeah, it was Top of the World. Oh yeah, this song starts out a little quiet. Why do birds suddenly appear? Yes, that's close to you. Rainy days and Mondays. Yes, yes, yes. And I love the Carpenters Christmas album. That's one of my favorite Christmas compilations. I don't know if anybody had ever seen the meme. Every time I hear close to you, I think the same with Rick Moranis and Parenthood. I don't think I've ever seen that one. Sorry, Witchy Weaver. I'm not getting all the same pop culture references that you are. I don't know if anybody has ever seen the meme, and I have it on my computer somewhere. If you give me a moment, I'll be able to find it. Seems his wife to win her back. Parenthood's a great movie. Yeah, you know what? I might have to put that on the watch list for movie night. Okay, I'm looking for a picture, and I'll definitely know it when I see it. I got a bunch of memes and stupid stuff on. Oh, I gotta remember that picture that I have that picture, the one picture. Um, on my computer, I accumulate memes and things. All right, they're not organized any way that I can search for it. So I kind of got to scroll through. Um, Okay, let me go to the bottom here. Scroll from the bottom, maybe that. You're a meme whore too? Yeah. I mean, I could probably Google it. I mean, what I really should do is go through, but that would take too much time. Go through and rename all of this, but then I forget what I named it. So, oh crap. Now the joke isn't going to be as funny. I don't think I have it anymore. Let me just Google it. Now I can't. It's not even showing up. Anyway, I'll just describe it to you. It's a it's artwork, and it's people dressed up as in Kiss makeup, but it's Karen and Richard Carpenter. And I forgot what the I don't know if there was anything written on it. Yeah, and I tried to Google it, and nothing's coming up. If I find it, I'll have to post it somewhere. Yeah, it was pretty funny looking. Now that's gonna bother me. Maybe it's in here. I have another folder. Could be in this. Could be in this folder of memes. No. Unless I got rid of it. Let me look at this one other. Yes, if you like pina coladas, which I don't. I don't. I don't like them. Anyway. Oh. Oh. I got another folder. Got another folder of memes. And this one I named pop culture. So if I organized it correctly, it should be in here. Now that the joke is probably timing of the joke is probably gone. There it is. Yeah, the whole premise of this. Yeah. There we go. Carpenters, we've only just begun to rock. And for those who don't know about the Carpenters and Kiss, yes, they're both from the 70s. Groups from the 70s. Their music is nothing anywhere near each other. Nowhere close. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that years ago and I was like, that's pretty funny. Anyway, yeah. This this song, the premise of this is like, yeah, like you're cheating on your partner and you're putting out a personal ad and you go to meet up and it's your partner. It's like, what? Like so like you both were going to be cheating on each other. The fact that yes, yeah, cheating on each other with each other. I'm like, what? was the 70s. They were weird back then. Wouldn't they both? Yeah, if they both. Yeah, you would think that we'd both be pissed. I mean, that was when that was the era when swinger parties were becoming a thing. So, but this isn't about swingers. And this song comes on after that, cheating on your lady with your lady, and now we go into the stripper. Swear to God, this is on shuffle. I did not curate this. This is not an ordered playlist. Uh, but I was saying that's all I've left of this ball. But I've got other whites, but they're not the same shade of white. I mean, even though there's a happy ending in the song, there's still the whole "you're about to cheating me." Yeah, like got some like unresolved business. Like, okay, like we need to talk about this. Like, and they're both guilty of it. Hey there, Jay Z. Thank you for the hydrate. How are you? We're just over here stripping. You fell over. Are you okay? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That sucks. Are you okay? Like, for the most part, you're not like really injured. I hope you aren't. Walking home, and I knit when I walk because agoraphobia, helping truck, yes. When I fell, and what did the. Oh! Oh! Thankfully not too deep, I instantly pulled it out like a go. Oh! Oh! Um, hopefully the wound's not too bad. Ironically, it's around the corner from the doctors. Yeah. Sorry that happened to you. Went in the big fat bit below the thumb, the palm. Yeah, like right here. Like, what do they call that part? So wreck the rest of my body, but your hand is the worst. Ooh. Well, hopefully you heal and you'll be back to that when you're ready. Don't overdo anything. Don't force yourself to do things until your body is ready for that limited crafting. Yeah. Oh, no, I get that. Limited crafting. Sorry. What am I meant to do? Yeah. Since like you're so prolific with different types of crafts and different projects you're working on. You're always doing something. You don't own a TV. Ah, well, at least there's Twitch. At least there's Twitch, so you can use that as a TV, and even if you just lurk, you can still have some type of entertainment. I mean, there's YouTube and all the other types of things on the internet, but that really sucks. Actually, if you want something to occupy your time while you're healing, that link that just popped up, Supreme Doom's 5th Craft and Draft Raid Train, starting on the 15th, you click on that link, and you're already in my Discord, I think. You click on that link, that'll give you all of the information when everyone is going to be streaming. It's going to start, like I said, the 15th and run through the 20th. It's only going to be during the day, North American day, so it's not overnight. I'll be on between 5 and 7 Eastern time, U.S. Eastern time, on Friday. So there's going to be there's 41 different streamers, and all different types of makers and crafters. Not just fiber artists, there's card makers, there's miniature painters and sculptors, there's, trying to think off the top of my head what some of the other ones are. So that would be a good thing if anybody wanted to check it out. My first time being a part of one of Supreme Doom's Raid Train events, and it would be my second Raid Train, and the first time doing crochet on a Raid Train. I got to come up with something. So it'll be this coming Friday. I still got to come up with something to do on that stream. I have no idea. But I have time. I have time. And then sometime we haven't come up with a date yet, but sometime after that Raid Train, the Traveling Tatter will be a guest on my stream, and I will teach her how to crochet. She had a fundraiser for Parkinson's research, and every time her community raised $100, she would spin a wheel, and there were different things that it would land on, and one of them was a collab stream with me where I teach her how to crochet. So I will do some basics. And again, that's what this month is all about, back to basics. And she also likes she likes the look of a granny square. So I'm going to teach her how to do a granny square. And that is a really good beginner pattern. Or, as I should say, it's not a beginner pattern, it's a pattern. That comes from a video from back in the day. It's actually somebody doing hair, like laying down hair tracks. And just the way the woman says the word pattern, your pattern. So I'm bringing that to stream. We have to establish our pattern. Pattern. Yep. It's not pattern. And it's actually not even pattering, it's pattern. Establish your pattern. There was a group of friends that I would chat with online, and we would always joke about that. There were other things from that video. It was like a hair tutorial of laying down artificial hair tracks, like fake hair tracks, and the manner of speech was pretty funny. So right now it's just a soundboard sound I have. It might become a redeem. It might become a redeem at some point. But I hope you feel better, Jay Z. Pitch some goodies. Okay, let me get around this corner, and we will take a look. I always like looking at the things you post. I like the things that everybody posts. We're gonna leave off on the pattern right there. Oh, oh, oh. This is that cross stitch piece that Jay Z finished, and they shared the other week. First time framing something that turned out really good. You did a really good job with that, and I like that the frame. I like that color, the shade of wood. The It's a good contrast with the little bit darker of the stitches. I like that. And what else? Due to myself before my fall, including my missing tooth, to try and make insecurities cute. Aww. Not only is Jay Z a good fiber artist, but they are a good digital artist as well. Need to find the perfect place for the frame. Yes, yes. So this is a self portrait of Jay Z. Very talented. And second framing, finally framed my sister's very late wedding gift. Oh, wow. I'm assuming you did this. Assuming. I mean, that is gorgeous. I love the styling of this. It reminds me of like Spent Forever Stitching It. This has the theme of there is a type of decorative painting. You'll see it on a lot of like little wooden boxes, little trinket boxes, some furniture, maybe some like step stools or decorative thing. Yes, folk artsy, but its style is for folk art, but it's also a technique of painting called toll painting, and it kind of almost has that feel to it. But yeah, definitely folk art. Love it. Very nice. Thank you for the sharing over there. And again, you do really good stitching, and I like the black work that you have done. That is really pretty too. And for those who don't know what black work is a type of embroidery. Hopefully, you have new stuff to share. Yeah. Again, heal first, feel better. Black work is a type of embroidery loosely related, kind of related to cross stitch, but you don't actually cross stitch. It's a lot of would it be more a lot of back stitching? And usually it's like a repeating pattern. Often it's a geometric pattern. Yeah, it's entirely backstitch. It's often a geometric pattern that does like filling in of areas. And traditionally it was done with black thread. You don't have to do black thread, but that's why it's called black work. Traditionally geometric design, yes, it can be reversible. Yes, it's reversible on both sides of the fabric. You use the same type of fabric that you would cross stitch with. I've never done black work, but I think I would like it because when I have done cross stitch, my favorite part is the back stitching and all of the detailing like that. And I don't mind doing back stitching. I would do it on stream. I mean, we still have that needlepoint, which is not blackwork, which is not in the same thing. I mean, they're loosely related, but a lot quicker. Yes, yes. I would love to do it on stream, but I got to get a way to physically get the frame or the hoop or whatever in view of the camera, and it's also comfortable for me to do it. What is backstitching? It's when you have an itch on your back, you get like a stitch or like a spasm. No. Fair, you don't know what backstitching is, Fair Dust? Basically straight stitching, creating an outline. Yes, yes. Often, done. I'll post. You place one of your black works. Yes, yeah. If you could do that, that would be great. Back stitching. You know what cross stitch is, and I don't have. Where's that one piece? I have a small piece. One moment. One moment. Okay. You posted. Okay, 1 second. I just took something off my wall, and it's been up there for years, and it's dusty, and I don't want to show all the dust. Okay, yeah. Um, so this is one of Jay-Z's blackwork whips. And blackwork, you see, especially up in this area here, it's the same geometric pattern repeated over and over and over to fill in this area. There's all different types of geometric patterns you can do for blackwork, but it's usually it's a repeating pattern or a theme. But yeah, that's a really good example of blackwork. And if you want to know what backstitching is, I don't know how well you can see it in this piece. I can zoom in more. But I'm going to oh, that's not what I needed to do. I'm going to show you this piece. I did not do this piece. A friend of mine stitched this up for me. And you see the letters. Oh, you're not going to be able to see it. But if you see the letters, now this is similar type fabric. It's not the same. But those stitches are all the same size because of the fabric. There's holes in the fabric. And each little bit of the letters are formed by backstitching. Backstitching, basically, your Linus stitches are going in this direction or in one direction, and then each individual stitch you're working backwards, so you're inching your way to where you want to go. That's what backstitching usually is. Often in crochet, well, not crochet, in cross stitch, letters are backstitched, and then you can't really. This isn't a good example, but in cross stitch you use backstitching as detail and defining like outlining pieces or portions of it. It makes things kind of come to life if you're doing it in cross stitch. I want this song to go. If you ever find yourself in my community, you can always do a little demonstration. Yes. Yes, when Jay-Z is up to crafting again and able to do that, and if you're in Jay-Z's stream, they can show how to demonstrate it. That needlepoint piece, that butterfly needlepoint that I haven't worked on in a while, once it's all done, once all the needlepoint part is done, there are some backstitching to add the detailing. And we're going to have an ad coming up in about a minute. So everybody do some self-care. And we will return once the ad is over. You can do stitching, but much slower than usual. The next bottle on the black work, stitch along, I'm doing dropped. So I'll be working on that Monday. Starry Night in a Bottle. Ooh, that sounds fun. That sounds really fun. I think I'm going to finish this round, and then we're going to pick up the eyeball commission piece. And I can add some more squares. That piece is almost done. Posted the stitch along in its current state from earlier today. I've been working on the frame slowly while I'm healing. It's pretty simple and hurts less than other. Okay. I don't know if you can hear me because we're at ad. When we get back from ad, I will we'll take a look at it. We don't need another Bob Marley one after another. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for sitting through the ad. Jay-Z has posted something in the Discord, the current Blackwork stitch along that they're doing. Let's take a look here. Let's see if I can make. Oh, wow. The Moonlit Market. Very cool. And your spooky needle minder. Yes. Yes. That looks really, really cool. Frog's Breath. I don't know what this other one says. I can't really read it. Is that something fetus? Is that what that says? Some of the names of the bottle are Latin. Oh yeah, Latin. Okay, okay, yeah, that would make sense because it's kind of like that apothecary gothic look to it. I'm assuming, or like witchy and spooky. Very very cool. Ingus Fatus. Okay, very cool. Thank you. Oh, I gotta make that thing smaller. It's a good nickname. The Goblin Market. Yes, that is cool. Um, it reminds me, and I don't know if you were doing it. I mean, it's a cross stitch thing. Um, so last year there was a bunch of streamers. I know Vintage Sogal, and you may have become friends with the designer. Ooh, very nice. Vintage Sogal did one, and it was the same. Who else did the same one? Zakalia. I think Zakalia did it. And it was a cross stitch piece, but it was like a gothic Victorian kind of thing, but it was all like spooky garden type thing. I think there was like a greenhouse, and at one part of it, because it was a stitch along, it could have been that, yes, because I remember at one part when they released it, you had your choice of, there was like one or two options, because I know one did one little image, one type of plant or whatever, and then somebody else did another. So it was kind of like you could make it your own. But you had a couple. Designer just started a new one, the Haunted Aquarium. Oh, I'm pretty certain Vintage probably knows about that because Vintage Sogal loves octopuses. That's like one of her. I don't know what you call it. One of the things that her stream is known for because her love of it. She's thinks she's doing a Biscornu of. I think that's how you pronounce it. With octopuses on it. I could be wrong. Her vibe. Yes, it's definitely her vibe. Yes. But I'm assuming she knows about it already. Because she did the haunted greenhouse one. And she's doing a large cross stitch piece that is an octopus, but it's like bright, vivid oranges and blues. That's really pretty. Where's the end of this round? Hey there, Scott. I'm pretty good. How are you? I am working on Saturdays here on the stream. I don't know if you've been here on Saturday. It is Project Linus Saturdays. Project Linus is a nonprofit, um, nationwide, Canada and the UK at least. They accept handmade blankets, crocheted, knitted, quilted. I think there's a couple other. I really need to look in. I keep saying that. I need to find a list of all the other types of blankets that they will accept. But Um, they accept handmade blankets, brand new ones, and get them into the hands of kids up to the age of 18 that are in need, either homeless, traumatized, severely ill. And so it's a good cause. There's chapters all over the place. You have a crochet question? I might have a crochet answer. There's an orange hair for when I was using that fun fur. Oh my god, you respond the same way I do when people do that. I get that from Grammy ETC. She always has said that. What is your question, Scott? They're probably typing it up right now. Oh, and I just remembered I got to show what we're doing tomorrow. Like when you're in school and a kid goes, "Can I go to the bathroom?" and teacher says, "I don't know, can you?" Yes. Can and may are two different things. Can I and may I? Can means do you have the ability? May means do you have permission? Two different things. Oh, me too. Send me a message on Discord. Alrighty, let's see. Um, do you mind if I read this out loud? Nice choice. Oh, of course, Grammy would chime in when this band is playing. Watched a video of a girl speaking French in a frat boy verse earlier. Sounded like Simlish. Wow. All right. So, they want to know. They're making a bag out of these two colors. What size hook would I use? What size yarn is this? This looks like cotton, and I would say that's a good choice. In my opinion, cotton is a good choice for a bag. A bag because it's strong and sturdy and isn't really going to stretch too much out of shape. Um, this kind of looks like maybe worsted weight cotton. I would go up. What I would probably go up maybe. To keep in mind that cotton stretches out. Yes, it doesn't stretch out as much as acrylic because the fiber itself doesn't have as much stretch, but it can stretch out. Yes, but yeah, it does not. It does not um, spring back. Cotton does not spring back. I would probably go up a few sizes. Um, what what weight? Meaning what? Like, is it a worsted weight with thickness? It looks like a worsted weight to me, if I would guess. So it's like a size 4, size 3. It's definitely not anything higher than a 4. Send a photo of the info. Uh, oh, it's worsted weight. Okay. Well, okay, that all depends because I can't give you an actual size because everybody you can use whatever size hook you want. I might use a 5.5. You might use a 5 with one strand. I would go up a few size hooks. Um, yeah, there's usually a recommended, but what they're doing is they are taking two of the same weight of yarn, the same cotton yarn, just different colors, and using them together as one. So I would go up a couple one or two sizes and test it. Do a little swatch. That's what swatches are made for. Yep. I would do a little swatch to see what you like. And as I always say, it's not permanent, so you can always frog it out. I wouldn't even cut off the swatch. I'd make like, if this is my swatch, I'm like, okay, I don't like that. And, well, yeah, you could cut it if you want to compare the two side by side. Yeah. Yeah, you might have to cut that. But again, you can always reuse that yarn, even if it's a swatch for something. 14 ounce is going to be a lot. Is that about 5.75? I've never seen a 5.75 hook. I mean, if you have a 5.75, try it. I only have ever seen a 5.5 or a 6. Boy has a 5.75? Okay. Yeah, try it. Play around with different hooks. Oh, and they have a 4.75. Wow. Okay, one thing I don't understand in the US, it's very difficult to find a 7mm hook. You can find 6s and 8s, but a 7mm hook is almost impossible to find here. Reminds me I need to clean up my 2mm DPN needles from your fall. It still has knitting on it. Ah. Well, heel first. Don't overdo it. 7, 8, 9. So 7's in the profit print. In the crochet prison. Clover has plastic. Clover plastic. I'm like, I'm not a fan of plastic hooks, but I will use them, especially if it's a really big size. Yeah. I mean, I can understand if it's a very large size, it could be kind of heavy to have it in metal. Even though, sitting here on my desk, there is a metal 9mm and a metal 10mm. Clover ones are made so well, you can't really tell the color plastic, at least. Huh. I mean, what I'm using here are Clover Amore knockoffs. They're the aluminum. Depending what fiber you're using and the quality of said fiber, you can make certain needles, hook, mat materials worse or better. Yes, yes. Clover only makes up to 6mm in metal. Gotcha. But yeah, the fiber and the material the hook's made out of definitely makes a difference. Using cotton on a grippy. Oh yeah, I don't like cotton on a bamboo. Even though the other week when I was nooking, it was cotton on a wood hook. Clovers and tulips are both amazing. Your favorites. Cool. The main thing for me with the brands, Clover, Tulip, or whatever, the only thing I don't like are Susan Bates hooks or inline hooks. I can't stitch with an inline hook. It snags. Menno Boy hooks. 5.7. See, okay. That lettering, because... Wait, let me see if I have... Wait. Let me see if I have a J hook, because this is an I hook. This is saying I 5.5, because it's not always standard. Okay, C. Don't go by the letters, because you said, Scott, you said your J hook is a 5.75 millimeter hook. This hook is a J hook, and it's a 6 millimeter hook. I ignore the letters. I only go by the millimeter. Find a 2 millimeter and you'll see what thickness. Oh, no. I know what a 2 millimeter hook is. Oh, I've heard the letters. Yes. The letters, and there's a number right after it. Like mine says a J10 and then hyphen 6 millimeter. And this one here I'm using here is an I9 hyphen 5.5. That letter and that first number, that's an arbitrary. That just means that this hook is bigger than this hook. This is a J, this is an I. But millimeter is a standard unit of measurement. I always go by the millimeter. Anything, yeah, yes, us Americans, we don't like that metric system. But yeah, I always go by the metric. So I always go 5.5 or 6. I ignore everything else. It's because your J hook is a different size than my J hook. Oh, the number is the Japanese. Okay, I didn't know that. My favorite is seeing the way sinkholes are measured. That, or on the internet, everybody has probably heard this, and if you haven't, there's a unit of measure that people on the internet use to show size. And it's a banana. There'll be a picture of something, and to get the scale and the size, they'll have a banana for scale. Because most bananas are all the same size. Usually. Not always. Hey there, Action. Welcome in. 6 big washing machines. Yes. Yes. We like to measure things in weird units. You love banana for scale? Yeah. That's when someone uses a plantain, as it's like, hey, my random item is so big. I love it. I gotta put that on the movie list. Come on, Crafty Cobb. The Arbor Deems on your channel. We need to put them on the movie list. Last night we watched, over in my Discord, we watched 9 to 5. Great, great movie. One of my, right up there with my all-time favorite movies. So Friday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, we have movie night. I don't really know what we're going to watch next week. I got to come up with that and post it in the Discord. So if anybody is around at that time and wants to hang out with us, I think somebody found the buttons on the Twitch. Need to find out when the next Friday the 13th is. We can take a look. Friday the 13th will be September. September and December. September and December. Purely so I can watch Saturday the 14th. Yeah, I haven't seen Saturday the 14th. I was a kid. I saw that movie. Yeah, it was far away. We are at the end of this round, and we're going to switch over to my commission piece. For the last 2 years, I've been making my friends watch it with me each Saturday the 14th. I like that. I like that idea. Okay. Let's put that to the side. I always have a mess. Like, to the point I can't function. Uh, Pre spooky and post spooky, our favorite gag. Okay, it's been forever since I've seen the movie. So if I watch it again, it'd be like watching it for the first time. Like, it's been probably older than some of you are alive. Parents keep calling the bats owls, even though they're literally looking at the bat. Gotcha. Okay. I'm going to use my pincushion. I don't know if everybody's here when, and if they were here when I showed this. It's in the Discord. So I made a amigurumi pincushion the other night, and it's weighted on the bottom. I love my pincushion. Might have to. Yeah, there we go. So it stands up. Is you like? Yeah, this is really. I'll post the link for it. Um, it's a free pattern. I got it on Ravelry, so it's a free pattern and works up quick. And it's weighted in the bottom. It's got some glass pebbles in the bottom, so it's got weight. You can put some rice or sand in the bottom, but I didn't have any. And I made it a little big. It is worsted weight yarn. It's saying to you, it's recommended to use DK weight, but you'd have a little smaller of a pin cushion. But I got enough pins, so I probably need the larger um, size. Ah. So let's zoom on out. So that is row 7. That's the next one I need. And this is row 8. So I'm going to put row 8 to the side. We're to the point that we're joining the squares together. The only thing I don't like the movie is the start of the bath scene and the girl, because it's a little. Oh yeah, I don't remember. Don't remember that part. Again, haven't seen that movie in so long. I got to get the blanket. Get the blanket. So I've already got 6 rows. 6 rows of eyeballs already joined, and I've got 2 more to add. So I got to find where I'm going to join, and then I got to go up the opposite. When you see it, you'll be like, oh, because of weird vibes. Yes. Thank you for the bits, Linda. I appreciate that. Yes, the biddies. So, oh, I don't know if I've shown everybody here the join that I'm doing. So, this is called the simulated braid join. It's easy. It's so easy and so fun. I like it. So, I've got the edging, it's purple. I did like chains. Chain 3, skip 3, do a single. Chain 3, skip 3, do a single. Same thing in the corners. There's a chain 3, skip. There's a single, chain 3, single in the corners. So do that for all of them, and it's a pattern I found online from a blog how to join them. And now to join them, We're going to do the same thing, and I don't know how well it's going to show up on camera. Let me make a slip knot, get it on my hook, and going through both layers into that corner loop, do a single, oops, chain 3, and then in the chain space of both of those, we do a single, and that's it. You're getting tired? You're going to go to bed? All right. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate that. You have a good night. So, I've already got the order and the placement of all of these squares. So all I got to do is bring one after another, but I got to do right sides together. I got to piece the right side together. So you go into both of the chain spaces. Yes, yes. And I know it's a dark yarn. So I did a single crochet into the chain spaces of both of both squares, chained up 3, and I find the next chain space of both squares and do a single. Chain 3, chain space of the next one of both, do a single, chain 3. That's all there is. After, I mean, you have to put this edging on your square first to get the chain spaces. Or if your square already has them, that's fine too. Then get to the corner here, still do the chain 3, and then go into the corner and do a single. And now when we get to the next one, I'm going to set that down. My next square, I'm going to put right sides together. Right sides together. And then all we do is we go into the next corner. You don't do any chains in between the squares. You do a single into the corner, and then 1, 2, 3, and then single into the chain space. So joining it will work up quick. Some joins are tedious, not this one. The key thing is I have, for this piece, I have to keep things in order, because there's certain colors I want in certain spots. Because I don't want like a green next to a green next to a green. I want to randomize and scatter them around. You just got to make certain that you're not skipping any of those spaces, because it'll be off by one of them, be off by one. But it's easy to frog out because it's mainly just chains. If you make a mistake, it's not that drastic. And you got to make certain you put your right sides together. But it's called the simulated braid, because when it does get stitched up, it will look like it's braided. It would help if this was out of my way. So I'm putting on row number 7, and there's 8 rows. All of these have been blocked. And then I have to go up the opposite way to join the sides of all the squares, because they're still not joined. I'm getting tired from lifting up this blanket. Speaking of blankets, I still haven't worked on that temperature blanket from last year. Now that it's mid May, maybe I'll be able to use it this winter. Oh, my sweater isn't even started. Hasn't even spin. I have the idea of the sweater. I don't even know if it's actually going to be a doable thing with the yarn that I have and the pair of socks. At least the blanket is mostly done. Probably won't be able to see chat in a second because the blanket is sitting on my desk and it's covering, well, part of the monitor. If only you get one sucked on, I can hop on one foot. Yeah, no. I am not hopping. Stretches arm with a dramatic yawn. Time for you to hit the dusty. Alrighty, I'm glad you stopped in, JZ. And again, thank you for everything that you have shared in the Discord. And I hope you feel better. I hope you get to healing soon, and you'll be back to crafting as normal. But yes, get some rest. One more, one more square for this row, and I will have 8 more squares to add. I don't think I'm going to add them tonight. My arm's getting tired. I might go back to the other blanket. Oh, I didn't even show what we're going to do tomorrow night. That's I can show. And now we can do the last stitch. Okay, I'm at the end. I'm just going to chain one. Where are my scissors? Pull that through. We have another row done. And you know what? I probably did not need to buy all that red yarn that I got the other day. Hey there, what a wonderful place to art. How are you? Welcome in. I just added some squares to this um, commission piece. Let me turn off my background. I still have one more row of squares to add, and then I got to join them vertically and then make a border. But you can kind of get an idea of all of these eyeballs. There's going to be 56 of them in total. So we're making progress. But yes, welcome in. Oh, I'm going to... Oh, wait a minute. Wait, where's the thing? That is not what we're doing tomorrow. We are not doing the... not doing the dragon. From the same book. Tomorrow is Sunday. Started this series last week. No room whatsoever here. So last week we started with the dragon. This is from Drew Hill. He used to stream here on Twitch. Crochet Magical Creatures. We're going to work our way through the book. So last week we did Davina the Dragon. And this is my version of the dragon. I did it in green and pink. And I think it turned out good. This is my first Ami with extra body parts. I've done the hamster. Those little body parts weren't that difficult. And I've done no-sew. The candy corn, which I always grab. The candy corn's one of my favorite ones I made. That's just a one piece thing. You just keep going. I've done like the legs of the turkey hat. Those are pretty much what I did to sew them onto the hat. And like I did the other night, I made the mushroom pincushion. So this was my first with lots of pieces. Isn't it cute? Yeah, it turned out great. I didn't want to do just the purples. And then it even has a little tail and the wings. The wings are the difficult part, but they weren't too bad. So it took me a little while. I had to frog out doing the wings like once or twice before I got the hang of it. So that is what we did last week. We're working our way through the book. So tomorrow we're going to do, what is its name? Cosmo the Catacorn. We're going to do a catacorn. It's a kitty cat with wings. I didn't even see the tail. It's got a tail and a horn. So it's a cat, a flying cat unicorn thing. I'm going to do a similar color theme to what they have in the book. The wings will be white. The horn will be this yellow. The body of the cat, I'm not going to use regular worsted weight yarn. I'm actually going to use a size 5 yarn. But it's this textured Bernat Pipsqueak in these pastel colors. I've got a couple skeins of this. I think I got 3 skeins of this. I think that will be enough. So I'm going to kind of stick with the theme for that one, and it's actually the one here on the cover. So we're still going to go with the pastel rainbow, but a different yarn. Hopefully I won't get frustrated. Actually, no, this is fine. It's not really thick, and it's not like a chenille. I don't think it's going to snag as much. It's a little silkier, so I think I'll be okay with this. So that's what we're going to do tomorrow. We're going to make a catacorn. which I had never heard of a catacorn as a mythical creature, so I guess it's a new one. Recent discovery. Oh, I didn't even read the little thing about the dragon. There's a little description. Dragons may be well known, well, maybe the most well known of their magical creatures. They come in all shapes, sizes, and colors, appear in legends and stories told in a number of countries all across the globe. In some traditions, dragons are known for collecting huge piles of gold and precious stones and guarding them fiercely. Davina will be more than happy to protect any treasures you may have lying around. All the pieces that make up this dazzling creature are made in continuous rounds. The head and the body are worked as one piece, and all the limbs are made separately, and so on. Okay, that's just giving you a description. Um, Catacorns are a fairly recent discovery in the magical world. It wasn't until we spotted one curled up for a nap in a particularly warm patch of sunlight that we even knew they existed. Much like their house cat cousins, these fantastic felines make excellent companions. Once a catacorn chooses a human, their friendship will last a lifetime. So, little cute little kitty cat. That will be tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, 4. It might have a couple less pieces to add on because there's no snout. Anyway, so that was what will be coming up. We're gonna find somebody to go and raid. I'm getting hungry. It's been 3 hours. Um, Normally I probably would have gone longer, but like I said, I am hungry. I want to thank the raids that I got: Dragon Rider Cat and NS. What what is their username? I'm a bad streamer. I can't remember everyone's username. I can't scroll up. Oh, I can go here and find the raid. Duh. It does document the raids. Um, Any's um Hobby Corner. Thank you both for the raid and bringing your communities over here. You happy you called me? Well, thank you. Again, if you're new here, what a wonderful place to art. Mostly I do crochet. We do other fiber arts, but I'm all about teaching. This month of May, is back to basics. We're all teaching the fundamentals of crochet. I teach year round, so if anybody has any questions whatsoever, if you're new to crochet, if you're established, if you have any questions, if you want to learn, feel free to ask and catch one of my streams. Be willing to stop what I'm doing and to teach a technique. Yeah, we're gonna go and find somebody to raid. Why my brain just went done. So let me get the raid call. Oh, before we do that, just popped up in the stream in the chat. Supreme Doom's 5th Craft and Draft Raid Train starting May 15th. Everybody, if you're interested, check out that link. Gives you the lineup of all of the wonderful creators, all the wonderful streamers that are going to be a part of it. I will be on. My portion is on Friday. Lots of our friends and new friends that I haven't even met yet, we're going to be part of that. All different types of art, it's not going to be all fiber art. So all different types. Mark your calendars, check it out. And if you are joining any of those days of the raid train, if you join earlier on in the day, stay on. Oh, my hair. I just noticed my hair is a mess. Anyway, I don't care. Um, if you join in the beginning of earlier in the day and you're on the raid train, stay on through the rest of the day. So it helps those streamers get views and boost their channel. So we help each other out. So don't just go in for 1 or 2 streams and then leave. If you can. I understand life gets in the way and there's things that people have to do. I get that. But yes, that will be starting on Wednesday evening. Supreme Doom will start that off. Uh, that is the raid call for followers. Where is my other raid call? There it is. Let's get the second one is for subscribers. If you wouldn't mind, copy those raid calls and stick around for the raid. Stick around and drop those raid calls into the chat. Actually, I know who we're raiding. I did not even know that they were on. They've only been on for a little bit, a little over an hour. All right. So, speaking of the raid train, we're going to go and raid Supreme Doom. I never get a chance to raid Supreme because usually they're on during the day on weekends and not in the evening. It says no plans, prep, and new song for the. Oh, there's a new song. I don't even know about that. Yes. So copy those raid calls. We're going to go and give Supreme a visit. Shipwreck is over there. Go and go irritate Shipwreck. I'm giving you permission to go and torture Shipwreck in the kindest way possible. So let's get the raid going. Let's get the spelled right. All right, we're gonna go raid our good friend Supreme Doom. I will chat with you all tomorrow evening for our cute little catacorn. Everybody, you have a good evening, and I will chat with you tomorrow, like I just said already. As I always say, happy crafting.